get the mic really close and get the gulps in.
Are we good to go?
Yeah. All good.
Oh my mate. What's the point?
What do you mean, what's the point? I went, I'm just going to sing this for
Yeah, but don't spill it over yourself.
Get it right to the microphone.
Don't spill it over yourself.
I didn't do it deliberately. I didn't go, here, I'll pour half this out. Hello and welcome back to Dolecast. This week, hold on, give me a second to fix myself. I'm adjusting myself. This week I'm joined by Arron, Gourley and Ben Davidson.
why was the badum just over Arron Gourley?
I hit a button with the headphones by accident. We're back.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
It has been a minute.
Been a while.
I'm just cleaning the sticky juice off myself.
And then you clean the milk up after.
Talking about clean the Starbucks up after. Yeah. Yeah, the boys. It's been a while since the boys have been.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look a bit like Riley's dad at Inside.
I know. I was going for it.
Yeah.
I got bored there and I just went. Do you know what? Do you know when your beer's too long? Have a sausage, bacon, egg bap, right? Egg all over. I was running about the canteen going, "Does anyone have any napkins?" I just went, "I'm going."
What canteen was this?
It's Junction in Queens.
Oh, right.
Anyone have any napkins?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just shaving this off. So yeah.
You
You should say. Basically the razor I normally use, I've lost. So I was using my brother's razor for hair. I'd washed it out. He's like, razor for hair sounds stupid. For actual tossing
your
hair,
physical,
not for
head on top of your head.
I was using it for hair. Yeah, I just realized how stupid that sounds. Then I grabbed that one. I just sort of trim it down, like really puffy sides, really thin undercarriage.
Nice.
And I went, no. And I went, I look stupid.
Yeah.
I look bloated out here, but like really skinny hair. So I went, all right, and just went down to stubble. So I was like,
That's good.
but it grows back.
It fits good as well today.
Ah, jeepers. Do you know what this is? This is a wee TK Maxx job. Reduced.
Hey.
No zip.
TK Maxx. In fact,
No
I might
zip.
have. What do you mean no zip?
There's no
It's not closed.
It doesn't close, no. I'll get a zip attached to it, but it was
Yeah.
like, I saved like 20 quid. I think I've been doing
How
that.
much is it? Come on, man.
It was like 42 reduced to 20.
That's great.
That's like, we'll do
got a
that.
very similar hoodie, or very similar fleece and brown on TK Maxx, but that was in New York, so I presume like it's not.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I had this wee number on the side.
Tokyo 60. They're making up brands in TK Maxx. They're making up
They actually
brands.
are.
Same in Primark. Me and
Oh,
Marty.
Primark's bad. Primark's, you get some good stuff.
Speaking of Marty Scott, last week me, Ben Arronsdale, and Marty Scott went out for breakfast, and
Love that.
we went to Primark after. Now, before we left for breakfast, Marty was like, everybody bring swimming shorts and we'll go to the Valley Leisure Centre after and have a dip. I was dead on, mate, 100%. I was walking out going, he was like, have you brought shorts? I was like, yes, mate, in the car. Couldn't even put a hand in the swimming shorts, so I was like, no, not happening. Then we're in Primark and he's like, Houston, stop being a bore, like just come to the Valley. And I was like, no, not happening. Then I could see in Ben Lonsdale's face, he was changing to go. Ben Lonsdale texted me separately and was like, you going swimming? I was like, no, I'm not. and then 5 minutes later, I'm standing in the queue in Primark. Ben Lonsdale's buying a towel and shorts to go swimming. Marty Scott.
Oh, no.
And we're like, right, okay, this is good. And they're like proper giving off at me because I'm like, oh, how boring of Danny Houston not to just go for a spontaneous swim after like what I just thought was a nice breakfast. Because I just thought it was a breakfast, and then like we'll leave. Then we're at Smith's, then we're at the Abbey Centre. Then they went.
Do you want to do everything that Newton Abbey has to offer?
Yeah, then
the
they went to
glorious
McDonald's
nation.
after. Yeah.
Do you know what I had a bit of a flashback to, and you will all relate to this, and maybe particularly the three of us will have fonder memories. And we were in the Port Rush special. It's the morning after we've all had a really uncomfortable night of sleep, and we wake up, and Daniel goes, everyone, the morning dip has been cancelled. The morning dip was cancelled either. The morning dip, Daniel was saying that we're going to wake up at like 6 a.m. and go down, and what do you call that pier?
Port Ballantrae.
Port Ballantrae, and jump in at like 6 a.m. And it was like, it got to like 10 a.m. and you're like, the morning dip's
Did you
cancelled.
really think that was going to happen?
Like I thought,
Content-wise, it'd be cool.
content-wise, it would have been good, but like logistically, it would have ruined
None of us
Knackers.
could sleep.
It would have it would have set a bad tone for the rest of the day. So I was like, right, we'll leave.
I say we Donegal one could be done. Cheap.
Donegal
Cheap up
special.
there. Get a couple of tents up there.
But no, we're not coming.
No?
I've decided no, we're not coming.
Alright.
I'm not being miserable. I was miserable.
Is that an added though?
It adds to it for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, I'll blow my brains out. I'll just be out. Talk to me about the marathon, please.
Belfast.
Well,
yeah,
do you want to cut in on this?
I'll sort it out.
Just be like, so you did the London Marathon.
Don't worry, I'll sort it out.
no one's gonna see it. Like
Stage manager. Come in here. Yeah, so
London Marathon.
you did the London Marathon.
I did. Yes.
No,
You just did what I said to do.
So magic. You did the London Marathon last Sunday.
Yes, last Sunday. Yeah,
How was it?
it was unreal. That honestly,
Couldn't think of anything worse, to be totally honest.
I can't even imagine walking down to my fridge.
So honestly, I ran across the road to the spa there and went, "Jeepers." 3 hours of that.
you gotta start somewhere. Like, yeah, the 16 weeks of training, like, just led up to that day, like, unreal atmosphere. I was seen on TV.
Saw that?
Yeah.
So you were what is it? There was. Do you know what I love? It was a cold video. Everyone's like out of breath,
It's like slow
panting,
motion.
and then Ben's just straight facing it, like
Dominated.
like he just started.
Did you see anybody of note? Obviously,
No.
there's thousands doing it,
There's
but like,
thousands doing it. And
there's
you
also
see,
so many.
you
Like,
see celebrities doing it after and all. You see, like, Jim Ratcliffe and all doing it.
yeah, like, are they? It sounds stupid when I say this. Are they just running in the same?
Everyone getting the celebrity lane,
Dude,
like
but,
you know.
like, it's the
Well,
one.
there's-
It's the one case I'd be like, if there was like a not
No.
celebrity lane, a security lane, I'd be like, all right, fair enough. And then,
I think
like,
that because everyone's like basically selected to do it, though, aren't they? So
Yeah.
like you know they do
Yeah.
surely they got a background check you.
well, that's
Sure.
it. If they background check, and there's like I'm trying to like
No
what do you
harm,
call
like
him?
Christopher
Ethan?
Christopher Eccleston was doing it.
Yeah,
Ninth Doctor.
and
But if you came up
just
to him and
comes
just
up
said hello, he'd probably knock you out.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's more like there's 3 different start places, but they all kind of blend in together.
right.
And then there's also waves of starting. So I was wave 2. Based on your predicted time, the predicted time you gave, you had different waves of starting. So like it was hard. It would have been hard to see anyone, anyways.
or wave one, like
Wave 1 or like, well, you've got the elites, and then like wave 1 would be like people like sub and all this.
so like yeah, so
what
like,
are the elites running in like 30 minutes? What do they do?
2 hours.
Shapers.
that'd be mad.
Go karting.
But the waves,
They just take it the same track.
yeah, because there's so many people. The
people.
waves were like really awkward. It's like I was about to start. I was about to start because my wave was about to start, and I was the first person they stopped. They were like, "Hang on, wave 3, wave 3." I was like, "No, wave 2." They're like, "Wave 2, you have to wait." So everyone behind me is like giving off. But then
Do
you've also
you?
got- no,
Oh,
giving
right,
off to the people. So we have to stand there for 2 minutes. You got.
You're not breaking it as well.
Oh, you kind of are. You're just like,
Yeah.
just let us get on with
Yeah.
it. That's kind of what people are thinking. You've got this one guy, but then you've got all these like random people, just like NPCs talking. You've got this big.
Because right enough, you're standing there as the main character, like in the London Marathon.
I felt like
In
that
your own
that
head
moment.
canon, you are though, surely.
Yeah, you got this big, tall, 6'4" German shaking me, saying, "Let's get this started. Let's get the job done." I was like,
yeah.
"Are we about to kill someone?"
Yeah, Ben joined the third.
And then you've
Bros
got
are sitting Mein Kampf under his breath before the marathon starts.
you've got this boy to the
Let's
left
get
of me.
this job done.
Yeah.
That does sound like a good
It just sounds like I was about to kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this boy to the left of me just shouting, "Vamos, vamos!" he's the adrenaline's got to him.
Yeah.
Like he's that boy. Did you see the
did.
Instagram reel and TikTok?
Yeah.
He's recording himself starting. You can see me just smiling away, my big dome head smiling away in the background.
And in terms of like, so you finished the marathon in what time?
3 hours 7.
Jeepers. Great time.
Thank
Like-
you.
Yeah.
I
Great
said
time.
before, you could watch Oppenheimer and Davidson wouldn't be finished with the marathon. Like,
And then the other
Aye. Just stage director take the hill there. What do you call it? So you finished the marathon. You did it with your dad. Did your dad do it?
No, my dad was just there.
Just
He was
chilling.
Just there.
So I got in through I got in through a raffle to get a place.
Oh,
My dad
okay.
was just there to watch me.
It's hard enough to get in though, isn't it, really? Like
Well, this was my proposition. It's a less than 1% chance of getting in. The raffle closes tonight. I was going to say to both of you...
Did you do it on the day of the raffle closing?
No, I got my club place. I got my club. Our club was designated one place, so I just signed up for it, and I just got it through our raffle.
Okay.
But my proposition is to use two. Sign up for the London Marathon. Less than a 1% chance of doing it, getting it. And then but
Can
if
you
you get
walk
it,
it?
you just have to do
Can
it.
you walk it?
Yeah, you can walk
I'll
it.
walk it.
Both of these-
three Hollyoaks actors were on it, and they just walked the whole thing.
Yeah, I'd walk it.
So like,
I'd do a light jog for 45 minutes, and then like I
you kidding? You did like chocolate fire.
45 seconds, and then like I was.
But think of it this way: there's no chance you get it, but just
Sorry,
sign
hold
up
on.
for it.
You think I couldn't do a light jog for 45 minutes?
There's no chance you get. There's no chance you get the raffle place. So just sign up for it.
You say there's no chance, but you got it, so there is a chance. You'll get it.
The only people to get the raffle place will be me and Arron.
Come on, I'll make good content.
I'll genuinely be sat on the plane restrained, just gonna kill myself on the way over.
I would speak to you. AirPods in, I'm looking out the window.
I'm like Hannibal Lecter. Because I know I'm going to throw myself out the plane.
Sign up for it right now.
No.
Right now. Come on.
No, don't.
No, I'm not doing it.
It's not worth it.
Right, well, I mean, we'll think about it.
Do you know the worst run I ever had to do?
Dolecast team take London. No, we don't.
I went on a rugby trip, Port Rush in Forth year. This is going to sound like nothing.
Sand dunes?
Oh, bro.
I didn't even do that, and I wanted to kill myself.
Oh, but I tell you, woke up at like 5:30 a.m.
for the morning dip.
This was the morning dip, bro, right? This was the morning dunk. I hated it, right? Do you know, all right, I was going to leave out part of the story, telling the full thing. We, you'll be not approval. They're like, yes, but give me the content.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know who did this, and I would love to kill him. Just prefacing. Wake up 5:30 after a day before of like punishments, right?
Punishments?
I'm not joking. I'm not. You know, firing squad. You know, I'm not joking here. I was 2 minutes late to get the bus. Out of no fault of my own, I couldn't drive. It was fourth year. I was like 16, right?
Yeah.
And I had to wear all my clothes inside out for the rest of the day.
I
Right.
know someone that hates like the rugby culture more than anything else. It's our
Yeah.
Gourley.
This. Do you know what it was though? I was one of the two medallions selected to go. It was me and
So I
another
suppose
guy.
you're always gonna
So there's
be
only
like-
I were the two
you're
youngest,
always
right?
gonna be, yeah.
And see when you're 16 and there's 5 years lower sec from middle sec there, you think these boys are thick 35. When you're in my position now, I go, why did they care so much? Anyway, so I get up there, shirt inside out, whatever, and do a full day. Like we get there basically. Do you know what?
Did you do the whole day with your stuff?
I had to, mate, because
That's quite fun.
I tried to take it off and they're like, "Good," and right. Do you know what it is? Lot of impressions of a certain
certain teacher.
a couple of teachers, a crossing guard. What's your rights? A couple of those, right?
Do you reckon he's dead?
Hopefully, and there's a lot of I hated that guy.
Really?
I would have
He
killed
was
him.
just looking out for child safety.
I don't think he was. I would have killed him. Do you know what? It's just so
looked strikingly similar to the
pedophile.
nonce in Family Guy.
I was joking, but that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, like no, like I'm sure he wasn't. But like
Maybe that's why he left.
He just looked really similar to.
Maybe he watched too many lights. Right. We anyway, don't press the button. That's my job. Classic.
Yeah.
Antrim grammar style.
Antrim grammar style. Anyway, get changed after basically no sleep. I'm bunking in a room with Rob Montgomery, shout out, and somebody else.
Real punishment.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me about it. I'm listening to punishments off here. We wake up, get changed, instant run from the Ramore in Port Rush. Basically, that's where we were staying, to White Rocks Sand Dunes.
So the walk he did then?
Yeah, basically the London Marathon.
No,
so
like, I remember we walked.
yeah,
from
the
literally White
stupid
Rocks
walk he
to-
did.
yeah.
But we run it.
Yeah.
We run it. We get to the sand dunes, no break, instantly into 2 hours of rugby training. Races up and down the sand dunes, passes and drills and stuff. No break, run back, right? Obviously, I'm kazooted, knackered, right? I'm one of the last ones there. I'm walking at one point. I walk past, you know that hotel?
The white one.
Yeah. I walk past the hotel. Some of the upper sixth pour strawberry milkshake over me as I'm walking underneath it.
I think it's just bullying, to be honest.
I walk past and just a big. I look down at my hands and it's all pink. I look up. I hear a load of laughs. I just keep walking. I was just done with my life,
But
bro.
I-
You can't excuse
No,
that.
I think
What if I
looking-
was allergic to strawberries?
Oh, shut up!
I was.
shut up.
Part of me was. Part of me was just like, what if I just go? And just like, you know.
Yeah, like I suppose like
I hated it.
inside
Do you
out
wanna- do you
clothes
know what's even worse,
is
though?
okay. That's okay. That's acceptable banter. That's like
Nah.
no, that's acceptable banter. You
On a
can't cry.
16-year-old, like.
But like, oh, he's.
I wouldn't do
inside
it.
out.
I think you know these were like
We've done
these
worse.
These
I
were,
think.
I haven't like fucking poured water. Like,
No, no, I'm not talking about the
It was
milkshake.
like
I mean,
3-story window,
No, I
like-
don't mean the milkshake. I mean like. Oh,
I've
what
done
your
worse
cl-
to do with
yeah,
milkshakes.
Oh wow, yes. Thank God you said milkshakes there, can I just say? Because see, if he was like, I've done worse for 16-year-olds, I would have won. I would have won.
No, I don't mean the straw milkshake. I mean the clothes inside out. That's harmless banter. That's just,
no, this is...
you look a bit silly.
That's grand.
Yeah.
That's grand. But see, when you pour milkshakes, 3-4 stories out of a hotel.
Sure, there's the famous video of Peter Richardson.
So wait, they're at the top of the hotel.
And they poured I know. You take that down and I get my lures on you.
Imagine like looking out through one of the windows and just seeing strawberry milkshake just pouring.
Bro, do you know what's even worse? I got home, the teachers were like, what happened? And I was like, and they did nothing about it. Yeah. If that was now, I would have, if it was me now, I would have walked in, been like, who's on the top floor? And just would have went up and just down. In reality, I would have walked up.
Let's get this job done.
Really well walked up. Went, guys, why'd you do that?
Yeah, but on the marathon,
let's get this job. A 6'4" German guy comes up and he goes, "Let's get this job done."
On the marathon, good.
Yeah, unreal.
Would you do it again?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Well, maybe not tomorrow because I.
Yes. What's the soonest?
What's the cool down?
What's the soonest someone goes? You have to do it on the marathon again. Do you go? I'm ready.
Next week.
That was cold. Actually, it was cold.
That's mad.
Some of like the landmarks and all, like it makes you like pure emotional and all. That sounds like weird, like but
it's gay. Is what it sounds. No,
bed run past it all night, like streaming down.
When you finish, what did you do? The marathon, that is. Sorry,
I got my medal.
No, like, did you celebrate in any way, shape, or form, or did you just?
I made my dad out a few drinks and then just got a flight home.
Your dad got absolutely doomed
written off
in London.
London depends where you're going, but where'd you go? It's a bit pricey for pounds.
Well, it was pricey for pounds, but we were.
I suppose when you're in that marathon high, you just like
£400 for a pound.
Also, the fact my dad was paying.
You know, 60 cards.
Boys, you're going to Theo Vaughan.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what that was? Actually, Ben was like, "Do you want to go to Theo Vaughan?" I was like, "Yeah, well, sure, we'll book it away." 2 hours later, I've had a few drinks. He's like, "I've booked this here," and I go,
I honestly had
I guess we are.
Fair,
like it was like the last 4 in a row. I kept checking like every on the.
You know about it? We're watching them on a TV screen in the foyer somewhere.
What are they? Are they all right? Like,
I don't know. It's 4 seats. Like,
did you not look where the seats were?
No.
Did it just say last 4 in a row?
It was the only 4 in a row.
It's probably a 4, mate.
Out of curiosity, right? Do you have the seat number? In fact, we'll do it after.
We'll do it after.
But yeah, Theo Vaughan will be good.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's the only show he's been doing here, isn't it?
Yeah. I find it amazing that it's like April and he'll be like, I'll do a show in like next month or 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much. It's
sold out,
5th of June, so like it's pretty much next month. He's like, yeah, I'll just stick this on. It's just instantly.
So we had to go. Like, I love Theothon.
Yeah.
I told someone in work I'm going, and she was like, he's a bit offensive. And I was like, shut up, mate.
Shut up, bitch. You know.
Wipe the smell of your face!
I can forget that's there.
I thought that was the gun, to be honest, but that's more powerful than the gun, I think.
Wipe that smell. Me after laughing to Theothon's.
Oh, here we go. Where's he going for that? What's he going to say?
Use your words.
Misogynistic humour, I was going to say, but I couldn't get the words out.
Oh, you laughing at misogynistic humour?
It's funny.
Another clip.
Wipe the smell of your face!
Do you reckon you'll ever get any bar of that?
No.
I doubt it.
Not that, like, wipe that smell off your face.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so.
No, I don't think so.
I just get the headphones on there.
Bruh.
That's Gourley when he finds people with strawberry milkshake top of a hill.
Hate that so much. I'll ask him because he was going to say it. You did your first stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Week.
I did that on Tuesday at RW Comedy Club.
Is that Madden's?
That's Madden's, yeah.
Unreal.
So
walk us through that, buddy.
I will. So John Devlin, who's on the podcast a couple weeks ago, told me to get there for about 5. So I was there for 5. Walked in. There's one guy there. He was like, all right. And I was like, I'm here to sign up for the mic, and he was like, he literally went like this. And he went, yeah, I mean, Pete Giffen will be here about 7. I went, alright, okay. And he was like, yeah, I'm just kind of just setting up.
You were like, do you want me to put a few chairs in?
I was like, do you want me to give you a hand setting up? And he was like, no, I'm alright. Like, he's like, come back about 6 because that's when the comedians start to arrive. I was like, right, okay. And he was like, but like your first tiers, like your first dibs, like where you want to go and he was like, there's that if you want it.
Where did you decide?
Well, I was just like, put me where you feel would be best. So I went 10th.
Out of
12.
12.
So then I went back and sat in my car like a loser for about half an hour.
Is that more annoying though? Because you're like thinking about.
I knew either
Or did you
way.
actually get a bit of
I
prep
knew either
time?
way. 7:30 was the time doors open, so I knew like you're still waiting for ages. Like it wasn't like I was just gonna be able to turn up and do it. But most nervous I've been in my life for something ever. Like the whole. I woke up on Tuesday morning and was like, I pray like a building falls on Madden's or something happens that I'm like,
Had you already booked in, or you
don't
just
have-
thought to yourself, I'm going to go do it today?
No, I had spoken to Sean McAlevey who runs it, and I had spoken to John, who runs it, and basically I was like, right, I'm going.
Does John
to do
actually run it?
Sorry, not John doesn't run it at all. John just was.
John's
doing
the
it.
comedian.
Yes, John was doing it.
John from the old Tavern.
He would I. And I basically was like, right, and I told a couple of people that I was going to do it. Basically, because I was like, if I didn't do it, I was going to be sitting in the house. So I was like, there's no reason.
Free night.
There's
That's
nothing
all.
to say no. So like had my set written out, and like was going over it, was timing myself. I was hitting about 4 minutes 45 seconds. But like you've literally no idea like what.
The concept of time is when you're.
Not even time, or like you've no concept of like, will people find this funny in the slightest? Because like it's all very good. You can get up for 5 minutes, but I could say not like stand in silence for 5 minutes doesn't mean it's good. Yeah, was sitting in the car. John texted me and said, "Are you coming down?" So I was like, "Oh, you're there." So walk around. John was there with another guy, Ronan Keith. Shout out, nice guy. Everybody was kind of going over their bits, and then guy I had spoken to at the start, Daniel Quinn, nice guy, came out, we were all just kind of chatting. Then comedians arrived. I'll be honest, I haven't remembered everybody's name.
Right, okay.
I know Richard J was one of them. Shout out Richard. I know one was called Craig and one was called Declan.
Sorry, Nate.
Well, Marty. Shout out to Marty. Not Marty Scott. Different Marty.
I said, Elliot McComb, you're a fucking header.
So I'm going to go to his door. But
Okay, all the people I know.
Who's here wants a signed Rashford top?
Oh, flip, I forgot we were doing that.
You still giving that away?
Yeah. Well,
That was
let's
already
see.
done.
No, we're giving it away. We're announcing it in May. I'll just let him do it. I don't really care. Face the brand. So then when Pete Giffen arrived,
Was he headline?
he was MCing,
Right.
and basically just was organising it all. So then it came down to like I had gone through it so much in my head that I left my notebook in the car because I was like nothing. I will get nothing from this notebook,
Yeah.
and it's just a distraction of me.
And you also probably don't want to do the one.
Well, everybody had notebooks.
Oh, really?
And stuff. Oh yeah. Because it's everybody doing it. I was doing new stuff.
Right.
So like it wasn't.
Do
Like,
people bring them up on stage?
Yeah, sometimes a lot of people write it in their hands.
Right.
So Ronan was like, write it in your hand, and I was like, yeah, no worries. Do you have a pen? And I took a pen. When I say, I don't know whether I have pen resistant hands or what the crack was. I'm not gonna say my joke because I'm gonna do it again probably this week. But like it's about Ballocks. Pretty much I went to write Ballocks on my hand, and got BAL, and like that was kind of it looked like hieroglyphics, and I was like, right, okay, sweet. So handed it back to him. I was like, cheers for the pen. I was like, I hope someone else has a pen about it. It was like a wee like red ink pen. It wasn't like a Bic. So basically I was like, well, if I don't know it now,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know it. But then I was like, if I get up there and don't and like just it escapes me, I'm finished. But John was going. Shout out to John. He's a big help. Just like chatting me through it and stuff. He was just after the break, so he was 6th. He came up to me like during the break, and he just went like, "You went here, mate, see this?" And his hand was shaking like that, and he went, It's not nerves, that's adrenaline. No, right, okay. It's great, mate. And
He grabbed you and he went, let's do this.
John got up.
Let's get the job done.
Two people in the back row taken out.
Luke McGibbon opened. He killed. Like, so
Killed
effort.
two people in the back row.
He killed and we were like, what are you doing? So like effortlessly funny. It was just brilliant.
It sets the tone a wee bit.
To the point I was like, I'm snooker. Like not after that, but like he opened and I was like,
you and me going,
I don't have
after.
that. I was like, I don't have that. Like I don't have that in my arsenal. But then a couple others went and John went. Did my set. That was great. And walked off the stage like with a rush of adrenaline that I've never felt my entire life. Where I sat back down and I was like,
you sit back down after it?
Well, I sat back down on the stool and was like watching the other two.
You're
acts.
like rocking, kind of. You want to go.
Genuinely, I was like, honestly, if there was a skyline above me, I would take off. But like, it was it
went well. Like,
it run really well. And what helped a lot was watching like 9 acts go before me, because like, you know, every act's different and it's all getting a mixed reaction. So like that kind of calmed the nerves.
You weren't the last act as well.
No,
that would have helped as
there
well.
was 2 acts after me. Because originally I was like, I don't know if I'll hang about or stay, but then obviously like there was only 2 acts, so I obviously hung about. But
do you stay much after and talk, or
a few of them were I was going to, and then like I had parked in Castle Court car park, and as I saw one of the shutters go down and went, guys, I'm gonna run and get my car actually, just in case I get stuck
You're
there
like
overnight.
running, like slide under.
Yeah.
Like an action scene.
Who is this guy? I
just did the best 4.5 minutes of my life.
It went super well. I before, like, so I was in the house beforehand, practicing pretty much every 5 minutes. Time myself and said it again and again. I'll tell you after the podcast, like a bit more in detail about specific things that I was like that I can't say here, but I was like, this is
because they're all heavily racist.
Because it's honestly it would lock me up. But like just and like if I didn't say this specific small line, this punchline isn't as funny. So like stuff I was like, I need to say this because I missed it. It doesn't work. But you know, went super well. I'll be back. And then a couple. I'd shout out to like Pete and Luke and John and Daniel and everything. And Ronan had a couple of messages after. People text me and be like, "That's great work." I was like, "Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it."
Right, you doing it again soon? Don't want to say when.
Might do it again on Tuesday.
Okay, there you go.
This will be.
This will be.
So, might do it again on Tuesday. Don't know yet. If so, I'll probably just do the same set, but like switch it up a wee bit. There's a few different things I want to try.
I doubt
instead.
You're not gonna get the same crowd again.
No. Like, and even if I did, I'd just be like, well, they've heard it all before, so like, if it doesn't go well, just try not to think about it that way. Are you
gonna think about doing any crowd work eventually?
Did
anybody do crowd work?
Pete did crowd work because he like
the
nature of MCing. There was 2 English girls came in after the break, and were like, I don't want to say chirping, but like there was a wee bit of chatter, and I was like, please don't say anything during my set because I don't have anything to go back at really. But like no, like the whole audience was great, very respectful, and they did say something, but I think it was in response to something I'd said. Like they laughed and they didn't repeat it, but like laughed. And
do you hear what he said?
Yeah, you know, he said blah blah blah. And I just didn't.
Audio commentary over here.
He said something during John's set, and John just went, yeah. like I was like, yeah, fair enough. It's probably the best way to do it. No one really well. Very very welcoming. Like
unreal.
Felt very at ease. Good. Tomorrow I'm with Q Radio down in Monaghan.
Oh really? How long of a drive is that by?
2 hours.
Jeepers.
So
are you driving now?
No. So me,
Backseat.
Connor Brennan, a handful of others that I don't know.
Is it a bus?
I think we're taking the bus, not a TransLink, like the Q Radio bus. So we're down for the GAA semi-finals. Probably look up who that's.
What are you doing on it? Do you know?
Sell my body. I don't know. Like I just know that I am
£25. Have a wee peek at Daniel.
£25. Excuse me, I'm working on £25.
£25 is pretty good.
Cheers, mate. So
we're not gonna have a conversation on what price you sell your body for, like, but £3.
I don't know. It could be Derry and Tyrone. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, so I think I'm meeting a Q Radio at like 12.
What time's the match at?
5:30, I think.
Long day.
I'll be like 12 to like 10:30. I'll be in the bus home, I guess. But yeah, no, it should be good. Like, should be.
How'd you get the invite? Did they just text you?
No, they just it's just like events. So like that was one of them. There was like, who wants to do an event on Saturday?
Is this with you now?
No,
do you not?
I work for Q Radio.
Oh,
Do you not?
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No.
I swear I've told you. I've told him. Sure.
Yeah, I surely
We've been at the tavern and everything.
Yeah.
So I have a job at Q Radio, so like I am part of like the events team that will go down to like different events.
Cool.
And there's one in Derry at like a
one London Marathon, Men in Black neuralized. You're just
yeah. There's one at the start of May. It's like I'm in like down in Derry at like a not budget appliances, but something
worse.
Something of that nature. Good luck. I'm only joking, Thomas. Don't worry. Something of that nature. Scott Williams got his washing machine.
Did he actually?
Yeah. He texted me and said, "Oh, by the way, I was listening to the podcast. I got my washing machine.
it's just my house is blown up."
He added. Got a washing machine, no house left, but no family, but
no clothes to wash.
Yeah. he was like, yeah, place looked a bit dodgy. I was like, listen,
hey,
yeah, and he was like, didn't even meet Thomas. So I was like,
he just probably managed.
Anybody just rock up and be like,
did he just rock up and take it?
Yeah.
Giveaway winner?
He said, "I
did he
want."
even speak to any of like the workers?
He
There?
probably
Just lifted one and left.
They probably saw him do it and just like right back straight to the newspaper.
Probably waved at him.
We joked that you can't basically just say like, well, you can't do this, but you could just basically for legal reasons you can't do this. You could just basically walk.
Legal about that.
You could just walk up and like, giveaway, yeah, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah. So like,
because they wouldn't know.
no, they wouldn't know. But yeah,
They gave Ems everything. That guy's gone, mate. That guy's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did speak about this last time.
Yeah.
Ems was put on a house.
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything from him. And I think that's a great end. It's a book end.
I told you. Sorry, did I tell you I saw Dave and Butler?
You did the
Yeah.
pizza place.
Yeah.
You ruined a take.
I did ruin it. Did I tell you this?
No.
Have I told you anything in the past month? So like, me and my girlfriend were at in Dolecast, and we walked past Farina Pizza, which is like a shop in Dolecast.
Yeah.
Oh no, we walked out of Maud's.
Yeah.
And Farina Pizza's opposite. We walked out, and I just heard the guy walk past me and went, I think they're filming something. And I went, like, it's like a
Like a
trigger
dog,
word.
like-
Trigger word, you go, like, oh, what are they,
Yeah.
who's filming what? And looked up, Big Davies in Farina Pizza with Aaron Butler in a suit. And they're like, I don't know, it must have been like an apple or something, I don't know. So
You walked up.
I walked past and just waved.
Did they wave back, or did they just?
Butler hit me with a...
You know he's doing Belfast Marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running an insane amount at the minute.
Yeah.
Could not be me. Like,
Could be you if you
we
sign
could
up.
listen, we could do a leg next year.
I mean, like
That's
a
team
leg of
meeting.
ham or something.
No,
that I could do.
that's team
Like a
meeting.
chicken.
I could do 23, and you all could do one each.
That would be mad.
Joe, that'd be great.
That would be.
That'd be perfect.
That would be. No, it'd be,
So Ben does the first 23, and then we do the last
How
3.
rage would you be if you're like, oh, did you do the full marathon? Nah, I did 23 miles of it, and then had to tag these 3 losers in.
We were struggling to do one.
Like doubled the time. No, let's not do it at all.
Definitely not.
If we're gonna have a few sponsors, it maybe.
If I got a PT that was willing to train me for free, sure. And if I had all the time in the world, if they dropped a DLC for the week and they had an 8th day, grand. That's the only reason that's the only way I can get around stuff these days.
Yeah.
Busy boys, like.
I'm not about that marathon life, to be honest with you. But I think
I'm
it's
not about that
class as
exercise life in general.
Yeah, I mean it's less marathon, more just flat out exercise. But what do
You have to get into it, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not getting into it. But like,
Imagine just rocking up. Be like, I'm gonna go to this marathon in your jeans.
it also hit me chatting to Pete Giffen on Tuesday night, and I was like, "You did the comedians boxing last year." Like,
I thought you meant him. I went,
no,
what?
no, you did the comedians. But I was up.
You kept that under
a year later.
You kept that
Hey,
under.
last year you did the comedians boxing.
You're not a comedian or a boxer.
No one knows who I am. Give it a round of applause for Ben Davidson.
He was me Patreon. He's not even on it.
This gets all the links sent to him. Yeah, that escaped me until I was driving home. Started at McDonald's on the way home. Free triple cheeseburger. Come on.
You sent me a video of McDonald's.
I did send you a video of McDonald's. Because most red my face has ever gone in my entire life as well. I don't know what it is, but just like, because like I wasn't drinking or anything, and a lot of people weren't. But people drink driving, but say no.
Really?
Yeah, say about that after.
Drop those names. Never work a day in your life again.
And yeah, so like, I had brought like a bottle of Evian,
Right.
just like sip on, but like I was waiting about for so long that I just drank the full bottle before. Not that I needed it, but before I went up on stage. There was one moment like Pete got up to basically bring me on, and I was like, "I'll be on the stage the next 20 seconds here."
Yeah.
Like, fight. But it was a bit like fight or flight in terms of like the whole day I was flying like, and then like.
Well, you can't stop that. It's like you can't stop 20 seconds before. Like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, part of me, it did cross my mind. It's like, I just got up and walked away and walked out. They'd probably just be like, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
Next act. Whereas, like, I think if I hadn't done it for the rest of my days, I'd been like, oh, you're a loser.
Mhm.
Should have done it. But I'm
Did it
glad I
become
did.
easier when you just started doing it?
So I think my thing was like, I was talking to John about this. I think my thing was like, I was trying so hard. So I had the first. Basically, in my set, I told 3 stories or 3 separate jokes.
Yeah.
And, like, knew the first one like the back of my hand, but was trying really, really hard to, like, make sure I was remembering the third one. Because, obviously, if you do the first one, they're like, right, where was it? It's pretty awkward. So, I was trying to make sure that, like, I had that. And I think, looking back, it was more like, I was trying so hard to remember the third one, because it was like, well, if the first 2 bomb,
Yeah. You've got a good
I
one.
need to make sure I've got the third one. Whereas as soon as you get like the first laugh, literally, like John said that, he was like, oh, like as soon as you get the first laugh, like it all goes.
Has John's done it before?
John's done
Yeah.
a good couple of gigs, and like he was like, as soon as you get the first laugh, like it all like sort of the nerves
Yeah,
go. Which and I was like, should I do, mate? I'll be change my diaper after the set. But like, you know, it's true. Like as soon as you get up there and some guy gives you one chuckle, you're like, okay, we're good here, because you know you haven't fully died, so you're just like, right, well, no, I'll just play about. And as soon as I sat down, I was like, put me back in, coach. You know, I don't have any other material, but
I was
like,
about to say,
put me back in.
like,
Just do the same stuff again.
I know. That's the problem. With, like that's your first set, because like that's all, like people know it's realistic. That's what you have. Unless you do a wee bit of crowd work, you're not coming up with. Unless, look, I will say. You do always have a few Ben stories to drop back on.
Oh, I've got stuff, but I've got it written down.
I was wondering if you were using one of my stories about me.
No, but when I was sitting there, I was like, let's say I accidentally run through these really quick, and I've like 2 minutes.
It's your lucky days.
I might fire a lucky day
It's like-
story in there.
Do you know that? Do you know that SpongeBob episode where like SpongeBob completely bombs the comedy show and he's like looking at
No,
Sandy?
mate, to be honest with you, I
You
feel
do.
I'm telling you right now, I'll look it up.
He looks at Sandy and then he makes all the jokes about squirrels. That's what I'd imagine you being like. You look over at me, being the only person laughing, and you're like, "Look at this loser."
I actually.
Is there like a purple background behind him?
It's in the Krusty Krabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you never seen that episode?
Your
No,
encyclopedic
do
Do you know?
knowledge.
Do you know what I'm on about?
Vaguely.
Squirrel jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this SpongeBob racist jokes basically?
Hey, ladies and jellyfish.
That's how I imagine
Have
you.
you ever noticed salt shakers? I mean, you fill them up every night at closing, and I mean, where does it all go?
I might use that one next time.
Just break your back.
Yeah, no, I fully took the chip out of it. But no, we will. I'll say this. I may or may not on Tuesday have booked a wee guest for Dolecast Live. Wouldn't take a genius to figure out who it could be. At an undisclosed venue. I'll give you a clue. If I was a father and my offspring had picked something from the garden and brought it to me, I'd say, "Oh, nice, son, flower." So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what that is. But
Nice flower, son.
Yeah.
Like that.
Nice.
You're not going to say nice son.
No, nice son, flower. If my son's name was Flower, I would say
Or
And the,
you're
and
a
the
nice
flower
son.
was called son.
Flower. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that Flower's son.
Sunflower bar.
Or.
So,
It's not something.
yeah, what was it?
SSE. Imagine.
2 people. Imagine how much money.
Like in theory, I don't know if I could, but like in theory, obviously you wouldn't fill 1/500th of it, but like, could you if you had the money to do it, I think you could just book it and like be like, I'm putting a show on here, and they would probably be like,
If you're a
"We're
multi-millionaire,
selling
yeah.
no tickets, but like
You've paid
you've
for it.
paid for it, so I suppose so."
You played Mario Kart in there? Like,
just-
it's, you know.
You know, any students in?
Anybody?
Is anybody
It's clears here.
Uh,
There's no ticket staff or anything because there's no tickets sold.
so yeah, that was my endeavours during the week.
Good stuff.
Been busy, boys. Are you able to talk about the documentary?
Yeah, I can talk a wee bit about it because it's the trailer's been put out.
Yeah.
The boys, me and Sam Holt, good guy, been on the podcast. We did a documentary. What?
Oh, that's all right.
Do you think I was going to say we have a podcast called the Hey
Yeah,
People
I thought
podcast,
it was
which is
gonna
on Spotify, Amazon, everywhere you can get your podcast if you like film.
I'll say that.
Do you know what the crack is?
Mass support, lad.
Saw you lean in and then went, nah, I'm going to wait for this. Me and Sam went and did a documentary on Jordan Devine, Jelvis Pelvis, who's been in a few of the videos on this channel. That was a part of a university project, but I can show you it after if you want. I'm not. There he is.
Yeah.
I can show you this is like the third draft. This is like
That's all right, man. Yeah.
98% done. Waiting to get a wee bit of feedback done, but this is basically picture locked at this point. Like it's not getting changed much after this. A lot of stuff. Like we spent 2 days with him in Liverpool. We flew over to Liverpool. Nothing but the skin on our backs, quite literally. It was like hey, there's a lot of stuff that the Queens saw this, they would be like, well, that's not, so I'm going to leave that. I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
Here, fiasco.
That's okay. It's
Fiasco in the classroom. I'll tell you about that after. But no, we went over and spent 2 days with him, watched him perform in the streets, walked around Liverpool. Joe's raging. Walked around
He's a
Liverpool.
musician, yeah.
Yeah. He just, you just know who Jelvis is. If not, he's an Elvis Street performer. He's Japik, you said?
He's Japik, yeah.
He's Japik.
He's awesome.
Joe is raging. We used your road max.
Cheers.
So I felt his leg on the table.
He's playing
What was
footsie on
the-
there.
I gave me a stroke on the table. So,
Do you have a meme? It's like me, bro, whenever he gets bored in class, and it's like the meme of Walter White touching Skylar under the chair. And
I've told you a story about that, haven't I?
yes,
Leave that out.
leave that out. Walked around Liverpool with him after. I can't believe you did that. Walked around Liverpool with him after. The mic wasn't plugged in. Raging. We got some. We had some real.
Pat my fry up.
There's two aux cords for some reason. One is for listening to it. One is for recording it. And I just went, oh, there's an aux cord, and put it in. I realistically should have looked at it, but there's no reason for 2 aux cords to be there, guys. Got some really good conversations there. Lost forever. But then we went back and we did a sit-down interview with him for 35 minutes. For context, it's a 7-minute documentary. We had 35 minutes of Jelvis talking, so I had to cut that, trim that down. We might make a longer version, but to be honest, I think we have most of it, but like there's
Your best stuff's probably in the 7 minutes. Like,
yeah. I mean, you could add like another 2 minutes. You don't want to add another 5 or 10. It's like, it's too long. And then we went and watched him perform at a bar called Einstein Bear House, which shout out to them. They were very nice. I mentioned them before we went over and been like, can we do this and everything? And the managers came up and talked to us, and they were really lovely. Only negative side effect, to save money, we did. Also, by the way, got blackout drunk. Didn't know how I got home in Liverpool because people were walking up in the streets being like, sorry, are you Irish? And I was like, I'm certainly not Scouse. And not with that accent. And I was like, man, how did you know? And it's probably the green I was wearing. But they were like, there's 450 double shots in here, lad. And I went, you've charmed me,
Charmed me,
right? And I went and got fully off it, right?
Yeah.
Doomed, right? Because we watched Ghostbusters beforehand, full bottle of vodka out, right? Woke up in the full cargos on top of the bed, not under the bed, on top of the bed. Just like, how did this
When
happen?
you said cargo there, I pictured you in like a big metal shipment in Madagascar.
The boxes, it's
Yeah,
fades into me and Sam, crumped up in boxes. What's going
like
on?
a Sam-shaped box
Yeah.
and an Arron
And do you,
shaped box.
do you know, and then do you know what would be the worst thing ever? Is the camera pulls out a wee bit more, and it's just, all right there, buddy. And it's Ben Davidson, and the fades in. Ben Davidson's there.
No, tell you what the worst would be. I'll let me kill him. Well, bye.
Ah, well,
I
bye.
dare say.
Looks like I dare say we're stuck in this shipping containment here.
Yeah.
How did you even get here?
Certainly not Manchester.
No, no, but oh, jeepers. Is that where she's from?
No. Money?
Oh, I thought you were talking about a certain
Newcastle, that is.
girl behind you.
Yeah.
Is she still on the
Yeah,
wall?
yeah.
Here, make it more obvious.
Still down there. We're talking about Agent C. Anyway, very good. I love how her name's the first in that title.
So do I, actually.
Yeah, very good. The girl we've never spoken to before.
Mental, sorry.
Mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did all that. It's only bad,
That one there as well.
only bad thing about the second day was that we saved money by not going to a second hotel. Like, we didn't have 2 nights at the hotel, we just had one. So we basically had a full day to kill. Well, we had no
Saw
more.
June, didn't you?
We did to kill time. He basically didn't get on till 11 at night. We were not doing any contact with him before because we had enough. We
Just get out of our face, lad.
Yeah.
we saw we got enough. Not that we had enough of him. He's actually a really lovely guy.
Had enough. Yeah.
I will say he's very quiet, and when he's just in quiet moments. But he's really like, he is a very like. It's going to sound obvious. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of Elvis, like his movies, is like.
Really?
He was telling us he wants to be an
Not the
actor.
guy that thinks he
Yeah.
is
No, look,
Elvis reincarnated.
No,
Nice
like-
guy though. When I spoke to him, he was a lovely guy.
no, he was very.
I've never
known.
heard a bad thing about him. If that makes sense.
I've always just heard people being like, "Oh, he's the Elvis guy," and I wanted to kind of get to know him a bit more than that because I was like, how much? Basically, our goal was how much of it is an act, how much of it is.
Should have took Dean over as like a
We
researcher.
were gonna have him in it as a Elvis historian, but then we thought that's leaning too much on parody, and it kind of looks like we're taking the piss at that point because we're not. Like, it is a genuine document of who this guy is.
I'm not gonna say who, but you did that person do the voiceover for you?
No, by the time we'd edited it, it was too long. We didn't need it.
Okay.
So I'm not getting back to him. But we were gonna have some really good nice guy do it. But maybe in the future we'll do
Be
something
in the
like
podcast. Soon?
really.
Well, he just wasn't free when I asked him last week. So.
No, I mean, maybe he was just in his bed, like. Fuck off.
You
But no,
free,
that
sorry, you free next Saturday morning?
look it up after. We'll organise our plans on camera.
Let's do it now. No, I don't.
But I will say it'll be out. I'm gonna say June maybe. I'll be out in June because it has to get through the marks and stuff. Well, here, like, it might not even be out in June because we're gonna put it through some docs festivals, and I'm not sure if we're allowed to put it out before the festivals.
There was
So
the one about the beans, wasn't there? You seen that? It was a documentary. No, it was a documentary someone made about beans.
from here,
Someone getting beaned. Not you.
Boom.
It was like it was a mockumentary from a uni student about Heinz beans. In the Holy Lands, people were shoving beans through other people's letterboxes. Heinz beans.
did it win something?
I think it did very well. I'll find it for
Right,
you,
okay.
But like, yeah.
I thought you were just joking. I was like,
no.
But no, that's going through. Very, very. I will say just before it's out, very happy with how it turned out. A lot of great convo from him. Well, I will say, if Jordan Jarvis is listening, he knows himself. He can talk, like, so we got enough content out of him. Because I was worried, like, what if he breezes through these questions? I don't have enough, but he was lovely and took a lot of time in his responses. So
Yeah, no, he was,
Shout out.
He was a nice guy on the Christmas special of Daniel Houston thing that we did. Whatever that was called. But yeah, that was.
I did say to him, I was like, oh, maybe if you're back over in Belfast, we get you in the podcast sometime. He's like, yeah, what's it called again? And I was like, all right. I was like, Dolecast. He's like, he did remember when I said Dolecast, but he didn't know.
Oh, yeah. was like, that's like when I met Jed at Ollie's, and he was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "Dolecast." Yeah.
It's the second, doesn't it? Yep. Unreal.
That's me, Mr. Dole.
Mr. Dole.
Dole man.
Would you, if you could do any like a 7-minute short documentary on any topic that is realistic that you can make, that is realistic in what you can make,
Flight Auschwitz.
but something that hasn't been done.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know what I mean? What is groundbreaking that you're gonna kick off? Some new documents revealed. Like, what do you think?
There's an easy answer, like, isn't there?
Oh no, I know what your answer
I
is.
know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
That's probably actually what I would do.
An MZ doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably I probably would do that.
That is the logical step, isn't it? Like the sort of
I think it's very smart keeping it like homegrown in terms of like.
Yeah.
The only problem with him is trying to get a timeline of events and then trying to find the videos because all of them.
But I think that's even more. Oh, sorry. Have any of you seen Baby Reindeer? This is just
I've been meaning to watch
up
it.
in my.
I heard people talking about
It's
it.
flipping nuts.
It's
like,
all real, isn't it?
So Richard Gadd plays himself. So the guy in it, the main actor, it's all based on his real life.
Right.
So obviously names and stuff are changed, but pretty much first 3 episodes are like, when I say normal, I mean like
Not crazy.
Not crazy. Episode 4 and 5 turn like, whoa, just into like he meets it. I'm not spoiling it, but he meets this guy and it just goes.
Right. I will. I mean, I've been meaning to watch it.
I watched it in one day. I just binged it because there's only half-an-hour episodes apart from one that's like 45 maybe, and it is because you know it's true. So like they found the woman, right. And then she was getting a bit of, I don't know where she is now. Like,
Twitter found her basically.
Yeah, they
About
they researched her and like found her and stuff, and then Richard Gadd had to come out and be like, can we maybe not like start a manhunt? Like that's not the point of the show. The show itself is quite.
He just says that
scary.
fingers crossed that a manhunt started.
Well, like if like when I say it's obviously based on a true story, not everything in it is.
Gonna be real.
1-to-1 true. Like you're still doing a TV show, so stuff's gonna be drawn out.
It's gonna be dramatized, is that? But if it's still based off real.
Yeah. And some of the stuff in that, I was like, honestly, see if that was happening to me. Like this, I would just be like, right,
Get
take
out.
my. But you know, it's very good. It's worth a watch. Like if certain, I'll tell you what the certain aspects of it are after. But like if. I believe it is true, but like if that stuff is true, it's very brave of him to
Really?
talk about.
I
Or
will
like
sit down and watch
to
it.
like relive writing it and stuff. I think it was a play beforehand and stuff. But
Joe is lethal on a slightly happier note. Not the Fallout. It's great. It's great.
I haven't picked it up again since.
Did you watch the first episode?
Watched the first episode. Haven't picked it up since.
You need to get into it. It is the Ghoul, Walton Goggins, best character.
Yeah.
So
I
good,
love the
mate.
Ghoul edits. Like
So good, mate. You need to sit down. Like you don't have to play the game to understand it.
Yeah.
But it like, come on now, very good. Do you know what? I was just thinking about like, logistically, somebody gives you $2,000, you making the empty doc.
I'm just taking.
How
2 grand,
long?
like.
How no? $2,000 with a gun in the back of your head that says you need to make this doc. Where are you starting from? Like, what is your research point here? Like, how far back does it go?
If it depends. 7 minutes. Is that how long?
I'll give you 10. I'll give you 10 minutes.
I don't think I could do it in 10 minutes. I really don't.
Nah, neither.
There is.
I'll give you
such a vast. I did not. It is such a vast.
There's so much like
vast.
we know before he got big as well.
Are interviews lost in it?
Yeah.
100%. I'd say.
It's probably why we couldn't make it.
The
Then.
first like public like recognition of like, oh, who's this guy? Certainly was when that came up.
Normally I'd be like, oh, I actually kind of agree with you,
I think that was the first. Like, I'm not
because
even
people
being,
knew of him, obviously.
but the first like, look at this guy here.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I honestly
Where the
believe
clip
it was
was
this podcast.
literally called like MZ.
I honestly think it was this podcast. Because
That first clip did alright, though, didn't it?
it did okay.
That wasn't the reason he got big, though.
No. But like that was the first
first,
like public like someone
acknowledgement.
else, someone else talking about him that wasn't himself.
Yeah.
I think
It was
He
certainly
did have his cult hatred following, like, of like your Ricks and your Amandas and all
of
that.
like just you're awful. But
Yeah.
then like when if you did a documentary like the jump from this guy's work at rapping to like this guy's actually a bit twisted and a bit like
Yeah.
this is-
At what point do you reveal the past?
That's why I need an hour. That's why I need
Yeah.
an hour. Because then you have that half an hour moment where someone says something, then it just goes black for like a wee second, and it goes dum, and then like
Court documents flash up or something like.
you know,
Can I just say,
self-reporting himself for the court document.
I told him,
Literally did, which is mental. Think of all the things not to do. Sorry. Continue.
I was telling my friend I was going on today, and he was like, "I'll give you a tenner if you don't speak about MZ." So I've just lost a tenner.
Sorry, mate.
It was my fault. I brought him
Bleep
up.
it all
I mean,
out.
if you told us beforehand, we could have not brought it up. It's not that I keep talking about him, but like
He's just content.
It was a
isn't he?
big.
just-
It was a
it's
big
just
part of
huge.
this half of the year. Like,
Yeah.
And like, it'll stick with me. Like that whole saga. Like,
Dolecast live. You do it. Just you wait. Could you imagine?
is it possible for someone that you know? And everyone's like, what?
and he flips the table. Remember he said he'd do that.
That,
About my
that,
kids again?
that Dolecast live.
Oh yeah.
I want that to be an event. Like
Yeah.
I a few ideas for that ties after. But not that they're not mental. It's just like
Sunflower bar goes up in flames. What? Because of a bunch of plants washing machine was used.
here. Anyway.
No, are you giving away a washing
We
machine?
get cogs are turning. But
Not in the washing machine.
not in the washing machine. Doesn't have any power. Just a facade. I think you would cover it from like the first time he was on TikTok, and you don't go into the past until
we go
like
after.
a
Yeah.
bit in, then you go let's take it back, and it goes back.
And
a
the sort
wee
of
bit.
obviously the sort of climax is put out of his house. That
Put out of
whole.
his
I
house
would just
and,
show that whole live stream, or like most of it. Because
Two
like
clips from it. Like
Yeah.
it was a pretty boring live.
I know it
stream.
was a really big disappointment. I was expecting to come out and be like, I'm gonna kill all of you.
I'm sure someone will do something like. If to be fair, if anyone's likely to do it, it'll be us. But I'm not.
The
certainly.
only problem is we have a lot of bias because we're
Yeah,
involved
that's
in
it. We're not. I don't want to say we're involved because like apparently he's taking people to court. Mind you, though, I honestly would
Taking
love-
100 people to court.
I
or something.
would
I-
absolutely love to go to court.
I
for
am.
that.
We are all showing up in the best suits of our entire life,
Honestly, I it would
dropping
be,
bars in the courtroom.
It would be like I would just I don't know.
Is
I
it
just,
possible for him to get no bail? You know,
He's not even funny. He's not even funny. If he had mentioned my kids, I would have flipped the table. He's saying this in front of the judge.
All right, man. I don't know. It's just like yeah. I don't think we could. I certainly have no plans for it. Documentary, but I hope someone.
I hope and pray.
I
we
hope
go to
someone
court.
does, and I hope someone comes to me
I
and
hope and
says,
pray
"Can
to
I
go to
interview you for it?" I'd say, "Absolutely, yes, you can." Either anybody watch Blue Lights?
No,
Are you going to?
I'm probably will get around it.
It is good.
I'll get around it.
First season, I was like, "This is a bit goofy."
Have they found their foot in a wee bit?
Not even. It's. I think it because when the first season came out, it was like, "Oh, you guys are trying to be really serious here." Going into the second season, because you know they're being serious,
Right.
I was able to slip into it a lot more. Whereas, yes, some of the acting's a bit not that the acting's bad. It's hearing the
It's the
accent is
accent.
what it is. It's not that the acting's bad.
You need a ride.
Some
Do you want one?
yeah,
It's like,
some like
do I?
yeah.
All right,
It's
man.
not like it's bad. It's just like the way it's written. It's good. Like there's a moment because last Thursday, me, Ben, and Mari went out for coffee or breakfast. No shorts. Me and Lonsdale were talking about it. Waiting for Marty, 'cause 25 minutes late, and
Was he actually?
yeah, and also changed the location where we were going for breakfast about 5 minutes before it. We
Guy's unreliable. We'll just say.
that's unbelievable. I know he's a cheek to give off with ECBM. Me and Ben Lonsdale were talking about it in the car, and he had finished it. Season 2 before and it was only about like 3
An hour?
days, and he was like bang. But I told him what point I was up to. There's a bit in the penultimate episode where I was like, "This is
Very good.
great. This is like good."
Because you see that going on for like a couple seasons.
It's renewed for season 3 and 4. I reckon it'll get 6.
Do you know?
It's the next line of duty.
I've said this for a bit, right? They do 5 or 6 seasons, good quality, right? Take a year or two off, right? They come back with Blue Lights 1973.
Wow.
They do a Troubles. Follows a Catholic police officer in the RUC. Guys, why we're making $40 million a year because Aaron Gourley suggested this. I'm copywriting that, by the way.
And then I come back as my character from Dairy Girls.
Yes.
Like crossing over.
Yeah.
As Catholic number 6 in Dairy Girls.
I come back as Officer Watts.
No, you don't.
The same fate is met for Officer Watts.
Bit of meat over his face. Like,
yeah, they have actual prosthetics for everybody apart from Ben. We're like, Ben, we're going to put a wee bit of mince over
here.
here.
I come back as it's a few years old.
Telling you, would that not do? Because it would be really controversial.
I think you're.
But if it was, if it was done, that's what I'm saying. You need 6 seasons of Blue Lights established first, right? So that's
not even Blue. I think there's too many people living in the past.
1970,
still
right?
Too, like,
see if you started production on that show in 2030.
That's 50 years now, to be fair.
Right?
Yeah.
That's 60 years.
Yeah.
60 years.
Like,
if you're still alive, what are you gonna do? You know, can't wipe your bum like, you know what I mean?
Do that. They're now back.
Yeah.
18, whatever.
Is it based off a real thing though?
No, it's just like
right. Yeah, I know, but they're doing
loads.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm telling you, lads, it's $1 million idea, and I have it. The only thing I have is the idea. Those who don't ask me for a story.
It would be so controversial. It'd be great, but it would be the most controversial thing ever.
Because it would be. Do you know what that is?
Detail would be
the 1973 one, 2 seasons. You're not doing more than that. You can't do more than that unless you go to 1983. You do 1973, 83, 93. Just cover a decade each of the Troubles, a season, 3 seasons. Boom. Why am I giving them ideas? I'm telling you, lad. 60 years.
To come in, get brutally shot. Gives his life on the line of duty.
Because you know it can't. That's you diving into fire from another officer.
Yeah.
You're like, Mr. President, get down. You're like,
that'd be great.
Telling you. Watch that. Watch this space. That'll happen.
I want them Blue Light season 3, regardless of what commitments I have on. Because I was offered, and then it was like, oh no, I'm busy, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather just do it. Just do and get paid. Right, we'll get out of here. Thanks very much, guys, for joining me.
You did. There's that video.
Very good.
That you want to show us. The Walter White
Very
video.
good. Very good.
Oh yeah.
I would have paid the big bucks.
I would have kicked myself if I had. This is a guy from me. This is no.
It's very good from you. As soon as you interrupted, I went very because I wouldn't even know.
I've lost 2 followers on TikTok. So this is blown up. Of course it has. So. Do you ever get a video, you see it, and it's on like minimal likes, and you go, this is gonna
I'll pre-order that one, basically.
Yeah, so I saved it. So this is a guy from here, wants to be an actor, doing his best. I am the danger.
I think I may have seen this. Is it this guy? Yes.
Who do you think you're talking to right now? Who is it? You see? Do you know how much I make a year?
Too quick.
Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly stopped going into work? To business. Big enough to be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears.
It doesn't sound right, does it?
Ceases to exist.
It's like half Irish, half American.
No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar.
I have a root.
I am the danger. A man opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me?
Me?
Me? This is your mom. It's the dude. That's what it is. It's Walter. You're calling the beast.
The one who knocks.
It's the grabbing of the phone after. Yeah, shout out to Carl Actor.
No way his second name's actor.
Comments.
Do you know like the medieval times you were like John Blacksmith because your dad was a blacksmith and you're gonna be a blacksmith? And he's like Carl Actor.
Someone said your voice sounds more like Giancarlo Esposito. He said, "Okay, cool, appreciate that. Cool spelled K-
Oh no,
K-O-O-L.
he comes back in blackface doing Giancarlo.
Yeah, so
Look at me
someone
next
said
door.
Cornwall Breaking Bad. You replied with Corn Walter White. All right, Carl. Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that.
Good we know that.
Saw that yesterday and was like, yeah, save that one.
Back that one.
Yeah, boys, thanks very much for joining me.
Sure.
may or may not be in Madden's this Tuesday. Not that I'm like, because like
Yeah.
good after. But if it is, it'll be on the Instagram probably or something. Who knows? Come down and take a few photos. Or
Some nice wee photos this time.
Yeah.
No, we like.
oh, harsh.
No, sorry, no, we like. Oh, I'm coming down with the flash on. Yeah.
But
I'll do photos for everybody.
yeah.
Okay.
I might. I'll text
A
Pete.
bit of dollar. No, I'm not joking.
I'll text Pete and
Say if it's all right.
mate might come down and take some photos. Right, guys. Thanks very much. We'll get out of here. Going around those. Love it. And thanks very much for joining me. We'll be back next week with someone probably, and we'll see.
God will.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Random button tech.
Antrim grammar style.
Antrim grammar style.
There you go.